Welcome to It's Student. This is video 2. Today's topic is Fully Funded USA Scholarships 2026. 7 real programs international students can actually win. Stay until the end because we reveal the 5 mistakes that get most applications rejected, and almost nobody talks about these. Drop down into the comments right now and tell me your home country and the specific US scholarship you're targeting. I read every single one, and it helps me figure out what to research for you next. This stacked bar chart breaks down a typical top-tier financial package, showing a total value of $80,000. That massive figure stretches far beyond tuition. It fractures into exact coverages for housing, round-trip flights, and a monthly living stipend. Seeing numbers like that can make you feel like these funds are reserved exclusively for flawless academic geniuses. If you've been buried in rejections, it's easy to assume you just aren't smart enough to win one of these 7 programs. But raw intelligence does not buy an $80,000 education. These programs operate as a transaction. Sponsors are purchasing specific geopolitical or social outcomes. If you apply to every program on the market, you guarantee rejection. Securing the funding means finding the exact scenario that matches what the sponsor wants to buy. To find your match, we use this scenario decision tree. We'll start by highlighting the undergrad path, built for students seeking their first bachelor's degree. Berea College operates on an unusual financial model. They provide 100% funding for your first year of enrollment. In your subsequent years, you are required to contribute exactly $1,000 out of pocket annually. You graduate with 0 debt, but you pay with your time. You trade the traditional college experience for the Berea Labor Program, committing to 10 to 15 hours of on-campus work every single week. You also face strict eligibility constraints. You cannot have a prior bachelor's degree, and you cannot be wealthy. You have to definitively prove economic disadvantage to clear the initial application phase. Berea is a direct transaction. You sacrifice the typical party school free time in exchange for graduating into absolute financial freedom. Moving down the tree, we hit the graduate branch. This is for students seeking advanced degrees at specific U.S. institutions. The Fulbright Foreign Student Program operates on a massive scale. They distribute funding to 4,000 foreign students across 160 countries each year. The catch is the J-1 visa 2-year home residency rule. You are legally barred from working in the U.S. immediately after graduation. You must return to your home country for 2 full years to apply the knowledge you just gained. Then there's the AAUW International Fellowships, built specifically for female leaders. Their funding has fixed financial caps, $20,000 for a master's degree and $25,000 for a doctoral degree. AAUW applies strict demographic filters. You must be a non-U.S. citizen woman with a minimum 3.5 GPA. And because the stipend is a fixed amount, if your chosen university costs $40,000 a year, you are independently responsible for covering that remaining financial gap. If you want to read the fine print on these exact rules, I've put together a complete written breakdown of all deadlines and application links at itsstudent.com. The link is in the description. Prestige graduate funding comes with strings attached. You are trading a portion of your postgraduate autonomy to align with a sponsor's specific geopolitical or social agenda. Let's shift our framework again and illuminate the mid-career branch, designed for applicants who already have a professional footprint. The Joint Japan World Bank Scholarship specifically targets professionals. They require 3 full years of development-related work experience, a model that has successfully funded 6,000 mid-career professionals. It requires you to absorb massive upfront risk. You cannot ask the World Bank for money until you have already secured unconditional admission to one of their participating master's programs. Pause the video right now, open your phone's calendar, and mark the target month for your scholarship deadline. Lock it in. If that timeline is too rigid, the Global UGrad program provides a lower friction alternative. It's a short-term exchange designed for deep cultural immersion rather than a full degree. The trade-off with UGrad is that you are required to return to your home institution, and you accept the risk that the credits you earn in the U.S. might not transfer back to your local university. These pathways test your risk tolerance and your demonstrated commitment to national development. A perfect standardized test score will not save you if you lack the required experience. The Hubert H. Humphrey Fellowship offers 10 months of professional development, but you need a minimum of 5 years of full-time professional experience to apply. By contrast, the Rotary Peace Fellowship requires 3 years of experience and is hyper-focused on careers in international relations and conflict resolution. Look at this horizontal bar chart comparing the acceptance rates of all 7 scholarships. The mid-career programs are brutal, and they have hidden deal breakers. The Humphrey program does not grant an academic degree at all, and Rotary strictly prohibits anyone with familial ties to a Rotary club from even applying. If breaking down these rules is saving you hours of research time, hit the like button so the algorithm knows to show you more content like this. These mid-career fellowships pay you to network, study, and pivot your professional trajectory, as long as you don't demand a traditional diploma or rely on nepotism to get through the door. Now for the application strategy. Over 80% of applications are discarded in the very first technical review phase, before a human ever reads your personal story. Mistake 1 is treating the statement of purpose like a generic resume instead of directly connecting your goals to the sponsor's mission. Mistake 2 is applying with part-time work history when the program rules explicitly demand full-time experience. Mistake 3 is misunderstanding the J-1 visa return requirement, which will instantly derail any plans you have for immediate U.S. immigration. Mistake 4 is submitting vague, templated recommendation letters that fail to address the specific criteria of the fellowship. And mistake 5 is ignoring the hard technical filters. If you apply to an AAUW STEM program with a 3.49 GPA, your application goes in the trash because a 3.5 is the absolute mathematical minimum. Ranking these purely by the path of least resistance, bronze goes to UGrad for short-term cultural exposure. Silver goes to Berea for pure incoming undergrads willing to work. Gold goes to Rotary and Humphrey for seasoned professionals who want an elite pivot. Your action plan is 3 steps. Match your exact scenario, verify the non-negotiable eligibility constraints, and align every word of your essay with the geopolitical intent of the sponsor paying the bill. Subscribe and come back tomorrow. We're doing a complete step-by-step guide on the Schengen student visa, including the one document most people forget that causes instant rejection. Full written scholarship guide is already at astudent.com. Link below.